chilling. Hey guys, how's it going? It is me, Quick Demon, or Young Slim, whatever you'd like to call me. So, uh, on my survival world, I have this idea, and I don't know how to, so I've been learning how to. Um, and this is the most recent build right here. It's fairly small, and it almost works good, but there's still a few things that need to be added. Where's that? I think this is the new one. Yeah, this is the new one. This one, not this one. This one. This one is just the double piston extender. Yep, and that's supposed to take that block, right? But then this one is supposed to reach over and grab the middle block. But I haven't really added that in yet. Could do something like that. Yeah. So basically, let's say I need 2 blocks right here. So I made this one, right? Um, so the idea is basically to grab a block above it. So like that. Except this is supposed to have a this needs a second pulse. So this one right here needs a second pulse to grab this one and bring it down. And in order to get the second pulse, I think what we'll do is we will have a that won't work. So it took me a while to figure this out, but it's fairly compact, and honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself for doing this. Although it's still not done because this one has to extend out a second time, and I don't know how to make it do that. So it seems as though that this observer is only observing it once. This observer is supposed to put a redstone signal into this block, which turns on the um, uh, can I just? I'm pretty sure it'll break, but yeah. So the reason the redstone's there is because the observer turns the block, powers the block, which powers the redstone, and that powers the extended piston. But we need it to power it twice. So basically, when it pushes there, so we want when this piston pulls this piston downwards, this gets a redstone signal. We need this redstone signal Why isn't this one getting power, though? A second time. I need it to power a second time. Why can't I get it to power a second time? Anyway, that iteration was implemented into where was it? I think it was this iteration. No. I had made a simple piston extender over here, so the idea is to pull that and do that. There was a sticky piston here, but I figured it would probably be best not to have a sticky piston here. And I broke this piston underneath because I thought I didn't need it at the time. So, as you can see, this was supposed to be implemented on the right side over here. Right, and it somewhat works. I do not exactly need this one here, though. Anyway, so the this one I've gotten as far as that. Actually, wait, that's not what I wanted it to do. Hold on. This one needs to be constantly extended. Let's put that back there. Why is that one? So, I think the problem is this one. We can add 2 more ticks right there. So, basically, I suck at redstone, but these two are supposed to push this one up. This observer powers this block, right? So, yeah. Yeah, this observer powers this piston to push up and then grab the block underneath. Alright, I gotta go let the dog in. Okay. I am back, and before I get back to it, my laptop's almost dead. So reading chat isn't going to work. Chat isn't going to work. Alright, give me one sec. I don't think that's gonna work either way. I don't have an extension cord that I can plug into. Actually, I might. No, that just won't work. Unless... Okay, got that. I think we can probably just move these two over. And we got ourselves a position to plug the laptop. So we'll be right back. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alright. So now I can look in chat. Cool. Alright guys. So that's what this side does. It basically pushes these two pistons, pushes this piston up, and then pulls it down, then moves it back. The biggest issue that I have found out is that because of the way this is, this block isn't going to be pulled down, so imagine this is the floor. I don't think this iteration is going to work. Because for one, this block needs to be able to be set. Wait. Will that work? Will the block be pulled back either way? Because this is a sticky piston. No, because this block needs to be pulled down by this piston, so it won't work. So that should be like that. idea was to pull it down to the left. Okay, realistically, I just don't know how to put these two blocks back up here. So the idea is for it to be automatically sticking out like this. So there is going to, so this block, yeah, that has to be there. So in order to get this block down, what if I just put an observer here with it facing towards this? Once this one moves, this gives a signal out to this block. Okay, it's just powering it. So it should do now that there's a block there. Right. Let's say, oh god. So this is the 4. And this is the block we are trying to pull down to make an entrance here. So in order to do that, we need to move the bottom block out of the way, which we have done. Why is this one continuing? Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay. So what if I do something like that? Oh, hold on. So this thing likes to break. So that doesn't help. I think that might work. Okay, so that's not gonna work. That's just not gonna work. So we can't. Because once this is powered, once this is powered, this powers this block. then brings the signal to here. But that will just make an infinite what? What? Okay. Well, apparently the redstone was broken right here. What? Okay, there was a redstone torch right there. I don't remember breaking it. Oh, and the reason this works is because the redstone torch is on constantly, right? And that's the position we want it to be in. So we want I think we want these pistons on constantly, but we don't want these pistons on constantly. So let's change that. So we need these pistons to be on constantly. So in order to get these pistons on constantly, we need to put a constant power source to it. Oh. I am having a lot of trouble, guys. Alright. So the problem is I don't think this entire layout's going to work. One of the reasons is because can I just make two of these pistons and have that work? Just have these ones delayed? No, because I need to not only keep this, let go of this block up there. So this piston needs to let go of the block on top of it when the piston is extended. And in order to do that, I need a piston swapper. God, this is this was my most recent addition, and it's interesting, and it won't work. It just won't work. This is my other addition. I tried using um, pistons to extend these pistons, um, which kind of dumb, but hey, it was worth a shot. This is when I started learning about double piston extenders. Everything over here was before I even tried learning about double piston extenders. Like, this one. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, so there's a lot going on here. I never got it to work. Yeah, everything's just a timing issue, and because I'm on bedrock, it seems like it's much harder to get timing right than if I were to be on Java. Well, let's walk away from that. Uh, this one. This one was one of my first designs. Yeah, I was not good at using repeaters. You can really make things smaller by locking repeaters, but it's alright. See, I got pretty close with this iteration with just so you see the idea something like that. Then that's not fast enough. What? Anyway, that was one of my first iterations. It seemed like a start, but it's not what I need. So let's make another loadout. So I want two pistons in the middle. I need two pistons to pull the pistons out of the way. I need an extra piston to pull the block out of the way. I need a piston. Should I make this one the piston swapper? If I make this piston swapper one more block, that would make things a little bit easier. Yeah, let's go one block up with it. So we'll just sticky piston that, sticky piston that. So basically, it's supposed to just like I need to toggle this one and then toggle this one at on timing. So to toggle both of them at different intervals. So this system is going to swap this block for this block. I don't think I need that block. Means I just need. I'm just gonna make this a regular piston. Well, if we do that, we're gonna have to make this a pulse. So maybe we do want it a sticky piston. I mean, we're gonna have to work with pulses anyway, but so this sticky piston is gonna stick to this sticky piston. This sticky piston is gonna be down here. So the idea is to, so the floor is gonna be right here, I guess. Right, so this, the floor, and this is gonna be the block that it pulls down. So we need to extend this one, extend that one. Okay, do something like that. So we're just gonna power both of these. Power this one. And as you can see, when trying to pull it back, it's, yeah, this is going to be kind of an issue because I don't want this sticky piston to continuously hold on to it. It'd probably be a different story if there was another block right here, like so. So it doesn't do that. Uh, yeah, I am a. Because if this is extended, the pistons can't move extended pistons. So, hmm. So let's. Let's do something like this. I think this one can be on a slight delay. Okay, so that don't work. Okay. There we go. The double. Can we make a triple piston extender like that? Because a triple piston extender might be just what we need. So let's, because it goes. Yeah, it's a problem. We want the bottom one first. So I think we want glass there, actually. So now, okay, so yeah. So it's hard power. So um, let's turn that off. So the torch is hard powering the block above it, and that powers the redstone to repower this to repower that. So it's an infinite loop. So what I'm thinking is instead we just do something like that. Boom. So now this should work as intended, right? But this should also do something. Not as intended, but it'll do something. So why? But because this is here, okay, I think I get the issue. It's just a timing issue. So let's add another tick to that, right? Place it. That might need to be faster. Yeah, okay, so it needs to be faster. So we need this one to power on. Okay, okay. So I needed to power the block that it's on, so it'll shut that off. And we'll do that, so that, and then So this extends one of them. Let's take this and then make it a 2-tick delay. Okay. So now this turns all of these on. Now in order to get a double tick, we need to lock this one, right? So now it pulls that one down. And then this one we need to do the same thing with. But we need okay, so we need to do something like that. Put a few ticks on it. Lock it. And then have that one tick. I think we'll change that to immediate. So this one's going down first. I think we need to add another repeater here. Another tick delay. Another tick delay. No! Wait. I think that works. What? Okay, that works. Okay. So we will add that there. We'll add a 4-tick delay on that. See how that works. Actually, let's flip that around. Issue. So it's 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna plop that like that. So now we need a second delay on it. So let's just add a 2-tick delay. Fuck off. Okay, almost, almost. So we need a longer delay on that. Longer delay on that. This one needs just a slightly longer delay. So we need this one to power. So I think that might do. So it needs a longer delay. Okay, so we need to keep an eye out on for what time this shuts off. So just a bit too fast. So let's lock this one actually. Let's do that. Oh, wait, I can't. I have to have these two break that. Okay. So now we will put this on the largest delay. We'll take that and make that a 1 tick delay. Okay, so it shuts off a small bit before. So I think what we will do is we will change a tactic, make the three, 1, 2, 3. That will possibly. Yes, okay, okay. Yes, alright. So that's the triple piston extender. We have just made a triple piston extender, guys. That is kind of large. I don't know if there's an easier way of doing it. but I think this is cool. Unfortunately, this design won't be practical for what I'm trying to do, but we somewhat know how to do it. So, yeah. If you guys have a better design for a triple piston extender, please, please send it to me. I kind of need it. But the problem with what I'm trying to do here is everything is going to be on a timer. Everything. So these pistons need to operate separately. These pistons need to operate separately, and these pistons need to operate separately. Okay, but the thing is that if we want to, this one has to be extended again, right? Let's say, hmm, what's the point of a triple piston extender? I mean, it just extends it 6 blocks. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like take a second. Okay, it's 140. I just don't know what the best way to do this is. The idea is not coming to me. So, need to blop that, blop that. Right, we need to move these three over here, which is simple enough. But in order to include these 4, 5, 6 pistons, it's gonna be kind of a pain. So, a lot of it's gonna be timing. Um, so once that is like that, we need to move this piston, extend this piston, pull this piston, then pull this piston. So maybe we can just do it like that. But the problem is in order to maybe I can just have all three of these, then have this one push both of them up, and then that will be the floor again, right? So this one should work. So this design should work. We don't need that. As long as we get the timings down, all of this should be able to work. So let's shut that off. Actually, let's keep all of them on for the sake of this. So we're gonna make it so, I don't think we even need this block. No, we do. We really do. Because we need another piston. Wait, so I need... Let's... That's the floor. Let's say we just pull this block to the side. Then we have the double piston extender. Or maybe we just need a single piston. Let's say we have it 4 blocks tall. Top is here. And obviously we have this bit right here. I have it, except this piston is here to grab this piston and move it out of the way. So all these pistons are going to, at its base, say, be on. There is nothing gonna be here. We just need... I think we'll make this a regular piston. So this one should also be on its base state. So when it's off, it'll look like this. So this is kind of what I'm going for. Right? So we need to extend this, pull this back, pull this one back, extend these two, then de-extend these two. Or maybe I can... So, is that it? Is that the design I want? I don't know, because, well, obviously I've tried many others, but this one just kind of seems simple enough to where I think I can get it to work. I don't think I need this either, because all of these pistons are going to be moving them out of the way. So once I do the thing to activate it, it'll drop, pull back, extend. Mm. But we don't have a way to get that. The top block. Ow! So I think I might actually like a sticky piston. Here. So now when it wants to grab this block, right? So let's try this. So these two are going to be on its natural state, right? So let's say we turn it off. It's going to deactivate these two blocks, pull that one back, activate this piston, then activate these three pistons. So it's got to do that. God damn, bro. Okay. And it's got to do that by default. All right, so it's going to be like a button. It's going to turn off all of these blocks. So it's going to bam bam bam, shut it off, turn that on, turn these three on. Pull that, pull that, pull that, pull that, pull that, pull that, and then that's gonna pull back. That's gonna, and then these are gonna break. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So this is probably gonna be a bit more complicated than. So these two can be default together. So I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure if I put a block here, then do that. No. So in order to power that, we have to do that, right? Because yeah. Okay, so that powers both of those. So these two, this one, this one. So basically, I don't want to see these operate. I want to kind of do the input up here, then just have these do their thing, right? So we're just gonna blah blah. Okay, and then activate that. Then activate these. Wait, I can just activate that underneath there. Okay. So that's gonna be the basic operation of it. So these two are gonna. So the natural state is gonna be this, right? And then we pull that back, we pull this back, we pull that down, we activate that, we activate that one, then we activate this one, then we activate that one. Okay. I'm just trying to get like an idea of like the order I'm trying to go for. Okay, so I got 3 moving at the exact same time. Okay, so we're gonna do something like that. And then just going to I need it going into this block, so we will use a target block for that because I know target blocks attract. Yep. And then that should power the upper section. No, because that one. There we go. Okay. This one's on because that's not gonna work. Okay, so that one's not turning on. So this should turn all four on. It isn't that one. Probably because. Three. Okay, that one's not working. Now all four of them are on. Okay, all four of them are going to be constant. We're going to put a redstone right here, then shut it off. And we will shut it off by locking a repeater. Right, so now when I put something right there, that should turn off. And then we have to do the same for that one. So So basically this whole little system, if you guys don't know how this works, I'll explain it real quick. So this repeater locks this repeater. When this repeater is locked, it will stay powered on until the repeater's fuse goes away, right? Doesn't matter how long these ones before it are turned on, but be aware, if you are going to use this for your builds, the repeaters have to be comparable to the amount of repeaters in length. So if you have two repeaters to make a longer signal strength out here, right, you're going to need more more repeaters locking this repeater, and for a longer time in order to extend the time of which this repeater is locked for. You see? So I extend this, right? It's on, but the signal won't go away until the repeaters put this one out. So that's what a locked repeater does, is a locked repeater basically takes a signal from the side of it, and the repeater that is locked, and I believe you can lock repeaters with no, you can only lock repeaters with other repeaters. So that won't work, right? Anyway, that's the basic of what a repeater does. So a repeater, I mean a locked repeater. A locked repeater basically takes a signal and extends it, right? The direction is you're facing the locked repeater. So if I break this one, all of these will have to go before this repeater burns out. So it's fairly useful. It's fairly useful for timing things. It just compacts it a lot. But in order to extend it indefinitely, you need these ones to extend the time, and then these ones lock the repeater long enough for the time to go out. So basically, this is time, and this is signal, right? It is not night, it is day. Makes no sense. Why? It should always be day. Okay, well, I don't want all these mobs. Slash kill. And they're already spawning. Okay. Anyway, this is taking a long time. So, yeah. God, this is difficult, guys. If you guys are gonna get into redstone and try to make your own things, do a lot of research beforehand. And just play around. Play around with the things that people, teach you. It is 2:15. I am going to make myself some lunch soon, because I don't have the money to buy myself lunch. But anyway, all of these need to be on, so this whole system turns all of these on and keeps them on. We need this system to turn these two on the correct intervals. Actually, we will do this one another time, but we'll start with this one and then go to this one and then go to these two. So once we have a lever system that flicks all of these off, X wait, that de-extends this one. Actually, that de-extends both of these ones, right? So this is going to be the basic state. It's going to shut off this one, turn on this one. Actually, we don't need to turn on that one. We just need to power that one. Actually, we do. We do. We will. And then we need to deactivate this one. Okay, that isn't what I'm trying to do. Ah! God, I'm kind of having a difficult time. So I made this on my own, which makes me happy. But unfortunately, that's not enough to do what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, make myself some food, and I'll be back. Unfortunately, guys, man. That top one is a bit slow. My brain is just going through all these complex motions trying to figure out what I should do. Maybe should just line that. Okay. But I think we'll do just one. Makes it a little more streamlined right there. Let's change tactics. Let's go one down. We will plop, 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 and put a one tick on that. Okay, so that does all of them, right? But we need these two to be on at different periods than the bottom two. So let's put that back right there. Okay, that works, right? And then we can There we go. So now, hmm. Okay, so we'll just throw block right there. Okay, because this one's powering this one, we're gonna set this on max delay and hope for the best. So, no, I don't want it to be that way. Fuck. So, we need to power that one. And redstone does do the trick, but it doesn't do it right. Because we need a... Okay. Bomb, 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 bomb. Oh, shit. That's not gonna work. Ooh, it might be... No, it's not. It's not powering that block. Okay. The problem. Okay. No! Shit. I don't think that's gonna work. What? Wait, wait, did that work? What? Okay. No, I need it. Wait, actually, Wait, what? That's not even work. What? What am I trying to do, bro? What? Uh, uh, uh actually, I could just do something like that. That, that seems right. Wait, where's the third piston? There we go. What? What to know? What to know? What? What to know? What to know? What? Uh, okay. It's not that one. Why is this on? I need to know what makes it on. What? What? This shit don't even have a power source on it right now. What the fuck? Oh no. Uh.
Thing about growing that a lot of people just can't seem to.
Frustration, guys. Absolute frustration. Okay. Alright, that does something of a trick. I think we'll put another one here. Two. Think I want 2 tick delay on that. Yes! Oh, I'm in the right direction. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So now I have a toggleable system for which I can extend these bottom 2 pistons and then extend the 2 vertical facing pistons. Now I need to Okay, I think with this one, we will bring it over here. And then instead we will do that. Oh shit. And then I want a full delay and a 3-tick delay. Okay. So we're going to lock this one. After a full tick delay, and have that. No, 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 that's not gonna work. Wait, I indirectly did it. I indirectly did it. Good. We'll get to this one later. We'll have it leading into this side here. In fact, I think that we'll just throw that there. Okay, okay, okay. I believe I can do it like that. We still haven't solved the problem of uh letting go of the block. But I don't think we'd need to let go of the block. Because as long as everything is constantly on, right? There should... I have to go at 3:30, guys. Okay. Okay. I am hungry. I wasn't able to get food because I was just not feeling whatever the fuck was there. So basically we need to alright. I think we can just set power. Okay, um, so I know how to extend the time of repeaters and pulses, but I do not know how to extend a pulse to a different section without I don't know what to do about that. So basically what I need to do is make it so that when these come down, right? This piston extends out along with these two pistons right here. Maybe I could just make this piston extend, right? So I need the time delay to be high. I think I can extend it. Although the issue arises where I have to extend this by one, then we can add delay to that. We'll add full delay to that, do something like that. And then we're gonna continue with this. Powers blocks above it. Okay. Uh, okay, now we have to make one for this. So let's let's just do it. Okay. So let's No, that won't work. Dude, this is like when you get used to how repeaters work, you just this is what you make. Honestly, it's very it's very large. It's very big. Right, let's break that one so we got a little more room. Um, but maybe it'll work. Uh, I am actually going to because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is a lot of delay. That is a lot of delay. Like if it doesn't even make it to this one, so that one locks before. Yeah. we will put that there just to repeat it, and then and then now for the final one. Right. We need to be able to move this one down as well. So, oh God. Okay. Well, um, I guess. Okay, so I am starting to get there. Okay, so the bottom two. Huh. So I think I need the bottom two to stay extended. Yeah, okay, so basically, um, the the problem right now is these aren't staying extended long enough, right? So I could do something like that and then, do something like, yeah, okay. But that's just not gonna be long enough. Let's try it out. Oh my God. So, so once we place that there, okay. Uh, so this was the triple piston extender that I so professionally made. Um, I think this could definitely be smaller, less redstone, and less repeaters, but I don't know how to do repeaterless redstone. Um, so yeah, someday I'll be like able to condense this down with knowledge that I gain, but right now, so I need this one to extend twice. So if you guys can't see that, so this one's faster than this one. Plus, this one isn't even extending twice to pull it down twice. So these ones aren't staying up long enough. So let's try a repeater. Let's try a closed repeater. And then extend the time, right? But in order to extend the time, we need to extend the pulse. Actually, we want it to be going sideways like this. These need to be extended out probably for 30 seconds. Yes. Okay, now that we've extended it for 30 seconds, we can do something like that. And then we will have do something like that, and then we will have another one, except that is a wee bit shorter. Actually, it needs to be one more block out. Okay, so that once Okay. Okay. Right. And that one needs to be facing up. Okay. Okay, just kind of replace that. That's cool. Um, we need more delay. Okay. Damn, bro. Damn. Ugh. All right. I am ending the stream, guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.